Welcome back to Just a Hobby. Today we have a stripper. She's smoking hot, so stick around and I'll show her to you. Here's your stripper. She looks pretty fine, doesn't she? No, I'm just kidding. Hey, today we're going to go ahead and we're going to attempt to strip the hood for the 33 Coupe. We've got the panels laid out. I've already wiped them down, and I haven't opened this yet. This is a product called Coupe Strip Club. I watched my friend Pete use it, and he had pretty good success with it. I'd watched probably 2 or 3 videos before Pete's, where it was the owners of Coupe Strip Club actually using the product, and I was pretty amazed. I've never seen anything take paint off like that before. So I'm going to open up the box so you guys can see everything that's in here. We're going to use it. Hopefully we have the same luck Pete did, and if we do, fantastic. I'll go ahead and throw links and stuff in at the bottom so that you guys can reach out to Coupe Strip Club if you decide this is something that you want to use on one of your projects. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what they sent us. By the way, the package that I bought from them, I think was basically the least expensive, because I just didn't want to invest a bunch of money until I found out for sure that it worked. So, you know, if it works, then I'll be using it again. If it doesn't, then, you know, I'm out a little bit, but not near as much as I could be. So let's see what we got. So this came straight from Cooper's, and as you can see, it's packaged pretty nice. It's not just thrown in a box and stuff floating around all over the place. It's also marked well, so when it gets shipped, hopefully they pay attention to that and keep it upright, but just wanted to point that out to you guys. So a couple things right off the bat. Here's a couple of spray nozzles. You guys can see those. They supply those. There's also a couple of bottles, spray bottles. Try to put this stuff where you guys can see it. So this is what you get in their, I believe this would be their base or smallest package that you can buy from them. I forgot what I paid. It was a couple $100 or something. But I'll try to keep going and show you guys all this stuff so you can see, okay, if I buy that basic package, this is what I get. Looks like we got a filler lid. This is for the container of the stripper. You put this on there, and then you're able to pour it more easily. This looks like a funnel. I assume that's what it's for. I don't know. I haven't read the instructions. There is a PDF out there that you can download and get the instructions. It tells you hazards, proper temperature to be applying this stuff in, and all the prep steps to get all this stuff put together before you actually spray it on, and then the time intervals you should wait between spraying and removing, etc., until you get it to the piece that you're working on stripped to the level that you want it stripped. We've got a couple of wire brushes. We've got a small a small container. I'll take it out so you guys can see it. This is moisturizer. It's for your skin. You can see that. That's included. So they give you moisturizer. You put that on your skin or your hands, and it prevents them from getting burned from the chemical that we're going to use. That's the idea, anyway. What else do we got in here? We've got steel wool. So they supply you with their steel wool. I know we have it here in the States, but they recommend that you use what they send you. I guess this is theirs, and they've used it many times, and this works the best. So we'll use this when we do the hood on the 33. So we'll sit that there. This is the packing list. We'll go through this and see what they included. So this is the packing list for Coupe Strip Club. The kit I bought was stripping pack A. It's 2.1 quarts of stripper, and they sent me a extra quart free. So again, this is just the packing list. This is their guide with instructions. So this is the instructions, and we will follow them to the T. Again, this is an advertisement from Coupe Strip Club, so there's more information in here and links to their Facebook and other places online where you can get in touch with them or see about their products. And then this right here is a list of items that they want you to follow before you actually start to use the product on what it is that you're working on. So that's that. And then we have, this looks like it says 1.05 quarts of Cooper's stripper. Okay, so this is the stripper, the actual stripping chemical. So that's a quart that they sent me. And then we have this little guy here. This is 2.1 quarts of stripper. If you can see that. That's 2.1 quarts. And that gave me a total of 3. So I have 3 quarts of stripper. This right here this is Cooper's paint and varnish flusher. So once you strip the item that you're stripping, this is what you use instead of water to wash it off. This takes off the residue. The difference is, unlike water, this actually protects metal. So if you're working on metal like I am with this 33 hood, once it's stripped and I go over it with the flusher, that'll actually seal it up so that it won't rust. So we'll definitely be using this. And we got a couple more things. This is a 4-edge scraper blade, so you can use this to scrape the paint off of whatever it is that you're working on. And we also have scratch pads. These are black. These are from them. They're pretty coarse. They feel like they'll last forever. It's like they're dense. So, but they bend. You can see they'll bend. But anyway, another thing you can use to scrape the material off of what it is you're trying to strip. So there's two of those. There's two of those. So you guys can see that's everything that was in the box. Try to clean this up before I cut away. But again, that's a Coupe strip club. Hopefully I was able to get everything in there. I hope you guys are able to see everything. What we're going to do now is I'm going to cut the video, start to put some of this together. Hey guys, we're back, and we're going to go ahead and get these bottles filled and apply some of this onto the hood, and let's see what happens. First thing we're going to fill is the flusher. We're going to go ahead and put some of this flusher. We're going to do the flusher first, and then we'll remove this. And I'll put this lid, this dispenser lid, on the stripper itself. So there goes the flusher. Just using the funnel that they gave me. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's starting to fill up. What we don't use out of the bottle, we'll just put it back into this container. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Okay, and it doesn't have like a real strong scent or anything. I mean, you can smell it, but it's not horrible. You know, I think the number one thing that everybody talks about when using this type of stuff is having plenty of ventilation. Well, where I'm taking it, we've got the hood panels outside, basically. I've got a garage door open, plenty of air flowing. We've got wind today, actually, which I wish we didn't, but we do. So there's plenty of ventilation. I may put a mask on. I don't think I'll need it, but I may put one on when I go to spray it, just to be safe. Okay, because we do want to be safe all the time. So anything that can get in your eyes, wear safety glasses. I've got gloves on to protect my skin so the chemicals don't burn. And the mask, you know, you really don't want to breathe a stripper, fumes, or anything else into your lungs, because it's probably going to do some damage. So same thing. I'll probably go ahead and put a mask on, and then we'll go ahead and shoot some of this on the hood. So I'm going to go ahead and switch this over now. So what we just did is we filled one of the spray bottles with the flusher. So we'll sit that over there. Put the funnel in the other bottle. And don't cut these off, guys. These are pretty long. Okay, you can see they're a lot longer than the actual bottle. Push it down in there and kind of force it to curl itself around. Okay, we've got that one done. We'll go ahead and do the actual stripper. So This is the stripper. No, I'm not going to put my nose over the opening and tell you what it smells like. That ain't going to happen. As I pour it, if I can smell it, I'll let you know. Okay, so this is the stripper. Okay. Alright, that's the end of the stripper. We're just going to leave this on here for now. I don't know if I'm going to need more. Hopefully not, but if I do, then the stripper's ready to go. Same thing. These are long. Force them down in there if you can. Force it down in there. And there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and spray it, and let's see. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm seeing so far. So hopefully that was enough. I can't tell because I can't see from that front side. I got the bottle in my hand. Again, I don't have anybody filming with me, so I'm hoping that when I go to show you guys stuff, you can actually see it. But it looks like to me that this stuff is kicking ass. It's already starting to eat the paint away. Okay, so we've covered both sides of the hood. Okay, I got a pretty good coat on there. I know it's you can't really tell, but it's coated pretty damn good. Anyway, you saw how much I'd put in the bottle before. That's what's left in the bottle after I've covered both hood sides. So we're gonna let this sit for about 20 minutes and then we'll come back, give it a scrape and see how it works. So stick around and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. I don't know if you guys can see this, but that is like goop. Okay? That's what's coming off the hood after 30 minutes. I think this is what I should be using, is the steel wool, not this. But I wanted to try this. So I'm going to finish scraping the other side with this. I'll come back and spray it again. And then when we come back, I'll use the steel wool to go over it again. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's the glob that came off one side so far. Hey there. Sorry I'm not talking too much. I'm just trying to knock this out as fast as I can. I screwed up, forgot to put the mic back on, so I'm going to do that now. Hopefully that's a little better and you can hear me. I'll leave it on. Sorry, I just forgot. So as you can see, the second go around's eating through it pretty nicely. I think the idea here is you just got to keep the stuff wet. So if you look here, that's what I got left after the second go around. So I'm just going to watch it, try to keep spots I think that are drying out wet. Some of these thicker areas where you see more red, that's the areas that dry out quicker. So you got to try to keep those wet. But she's going all the way through, man. She's going through primer. She's just eating this shit up. Sure makes me happy because the quicker I can get the shit off, the happier I'll be. We want all this red paint off. We're going to bare metal. And the sooner we can get there, the better. It's looking pretty good though right now. Looks like it's staying wet, and I hope it does that. I hope it just stays wet. It gives me about 30 minutes. Let it work itself in there real good. And when we go to wipe it off next time, I'm hoping it comes off like butter. I hope. We'll see. I don't know if you guys can see this right here. I got a feeling if you guys can see that little spot, I'll try to show you. I think that is body filler. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's body filler. And we want that shit out too, because we want to have the hood, if we've got dents or anything, we want to have the metal worked so we have no filler. I know everybody's going, you can't do that, you can't. Bullshit. Yes you can. Yes you can. It takes time, patience, sometimes a lot of time, a lot of patience all the time. But you can get a dent out of metal and not use body filler. Okay guys, that's what I'm down to, which is basically nothing. So I'm going to stop right here, wait 30 minutes, come back and go at it with the steel wool and see what happens. Let's give this a shot and see what happens. You guys can see me. What I'm going to do, so I don't bore you half to death by just keep going over this, I'm going to go ahead and finish it out, and when I get it all off, I'll let you guys know and give you the details, how many times it took me to spray, and how much of the product I had to use to strip the hood, not the hood sides, just the hood of a 33 Ford. Alright guys, back in a bit. Hey guys, I'm back. Just wanted to show you where I'm at right now. I put another coating of the stripper on. That was the third. So what you're seeing, this is with the third coating. It's now getting down to the primer. I don't know what kind of paint that was, but I'm gonna tell you what, that was some thick red paint. Very thick. But you guys can see, I mean, it's doing its job. I guess you just got to give it time. I may spritz it again, or I may just leave it alone and just see how far it'll go. I'm gonna let that sit on there for about, I don't know, 45 minutes and just see how far it'll go, and then I'll try to scrape it off, and I'll come back and give you guys an update once that happens. Alright, back soon. Hey guys, it's Sunday morning. I'm gonna try to finish scraping off the rest of the paint that's on the 33 hood. This was last night. I let the stripper stay on there for probably 3 or 4 hours, and then I came back right before bed and scraped it off on this one. I didn't finish this one. I wanted to show you guys how it worked. I think my problem was I used too much material, too much of the stripper. The reason why is because I didn't give it long enough to set up and do what it's supposed to do. So I think if you use it, and I guess it's dependent on what you're working with too. You just got to test it out. It's like trial and error. But in my case, what I should have done is probably put a real good layer on that was real good and wet, and let that set for about an hour, hour and a half, and come back and scraped it instead of coming back 30 minutes later. So anyway, I just used too much material. It shouldn't have took as much as I used. So don't let that dismay you from this stuff. This stuff kicks ass. just want to show you. This area I haven't touched yet, but if you take this, you can see it just, that's from just letting it sit. Letting it sit and do its thing. You can see it just comes off in sheets. Yeah, it's just coming off in sheets. So, I just wanted to show you guys that if you let this stuff sit on your the piece that you're working on, or if it's a whole damn car, I guess you could do your whole car in it if you want to. It'd probably be kind of expensive, but this just shows you if you let the stuff sit and do its job, that's what you get. It'll go all the way through, down the metal, and you can actually just use a scraper like I'm using right here, and it just comes off in sheets. So let me get this finished up. I'll bring you guys back when I get ready to start the bottom. And we're back. This is the bottom of the hood sides. I went ahead and sprayed a coat, a pretty thick coat of the stripper on here. I'll try to get in so you guys can actually see it. Yeah, you can see it. It's trying to do something. You can see it gel up and start to lift and try to penetrate and get into the paint. So just wanted to kind of take you guys along, show you what this stuff's doing. So what I plan on doing is unlike I did the top sides, I'm gonna leave these out for about 2.5 hours, and then I'll come back and I want to see just how much comes off after leaving it on that long. Like I said before, I think I tried to remove it too quickly, and I think that I could have had much better results as far as how much material I used to remove the top, the paint off the top, had I let it set on there. So we're going to leave it on, let it penetrate. We'll come back and see what happens after we let it sit for a couple hours. Hey guys, I'm back, and I wanted to show you the underside of the two hood halves. This side here has quite a bit of Bondo, and I had to recoat it again. Now here's the difference between what you're looking at and what you saw when I did the hood tops. These have been hit twice with the chemical, but what I did is I let them sit for a little bit over 2 hours, and you can see that's how much came off on the that's what's come off so far on this panel. And these grooves and everything are going to be kind of difficult. I'm going to use steel wool and see if that'll do the trick, but if not, I'll have to come up with something else. This is the other panel, and I just started and I wanted to stop and show you guys. That's down to bare metal. Okay, that's taking the primer and everything off right down to bare metal. So 2 coats and just let it set. I did for a little bit over 2 hours, and this is what's going on. I don't know about you, but I've never seen a stripper do this. This was base coat, clear coat, and it was on thick. The paint was on thick. So anyway, that's what we're looking at right now. I'm gonna go ahead and finish getting these, getting the paint off and getting them cleaned up, and then I'll come back and show you what they look like once that's done. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back. We're at the end. I wanted to show you guys what the hood looks like after all the paint's been stripped off. This is down to bare metal now. It worked great. Cooper Strip Club is awesome stuff, man. If you guys need to find something that'll strip the paint off of a body panel, or you could do a whole damn car if you wanted to. It'd be a little expensive, but you could definitely do it. So they're down to bare metal. I wanted to show, if I can, there is some work that's going to need to be done to these. If you guys can see the dents, it's really the worst part on this hood. I don't remember. This is the passenger side, and the other one over here is the driver's side. And again, there's dents and stuff that need to be taken care of. That's going to happen with 90-year-old metal, almost 90-year-old metal. 33s will be 90 years old next year. So these are original pieces. And just a little tidbit, the original pieces have brass rivets. This is the underside, so you guys can see everything's been stripped off here on the underside. There is some residue, you can see that, but I'll get that later. I'm not worried about that. We're down to bare metal. So that's it, guys. That's Cooper Strip Club and us removing the two-stage paint from the 33 Ford hood. This is Cooper's. They're not paying me for this. I'm just showing you guys so that if you're interested, you can actually look this stuff up online. They have a website and you can order. I believe they're out of New Zealand, and they'll ship it to you. But anyway, that's Cooper's. Hey guys, so to end the video, I'm going to go ahead and finish the hood tops out with the flusher. I'm going to go ahead and apply a coat, then I'll close out the video. Okay, this is the Cooper strip flusher. This is the flusher, and this is what you put on your metal. I assume you can put it on wood, because the way they advertise their stripper product is you can use it on shellacs, you can use it on wood, metal. There's all kinds of applications for this stripper. So I'm going to go ahead and get my rag wet and apply it to the hood tops. I've got them sitting on top of the car, the engine compartment right now. They're not secured. But they're on there. So let me get this stuff spread on, and then I'll come back and close out the video. As you guys can see, I just got them sitting on here, and you just wipe this stuff on. You be liberal with it, because you're not going to touch it after you wipe it on. You just kind of want to let it evaporate on its own after you get a good coat on your metal. Okay, so you guys can see, hopefully in the video, how this stuff goes on. It almost makes it look like it's got a clear coat. But it's really good stuff. There's a lot of videos out there on YouTube. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I don't have a mic on, so I'm going to talk a little loud. Sorry. Anyway, I'm coating it now. As I'm putting it on, I don't know if you can see it. It almost looks like it's got a clear coat on it. But this will penetrate into the metal and protect it. It puts a coating on the top so it will not rust. And it just keeps your metal in good shape, man. Ready for you to go to the next step. Whether you're doing body work, whether you're, doing metal work to it, whatever. And I'll show you the rag. So there's the rag after I wiped it off. It's clean. It's clean. We'll let those sit, let those dry, and then I'll put them away until they're ready to be worked on. So again, that was the flusher part of the Coupe Strip Club stripping kit. Pretty good stuff, man. Pretty good stuff. So that's going to be the end of the video. I hope you could get something out of it. I'll tell you, I'm glad to come to the end of it because it was a long video. A lot of different parts and stuff to put it together to go from being fully painted with 2-stage base coat, clear coat paint all the way down to bare metal. Anyway, the next things that we're going to work on the car are going to be getting these guys repaired, getting them prepped, getting them in primer. The hood sides, they didn't need any work, so they're basically ready to go. Down on the very bottom, you can't see that, but I'll point to it if I can. Okay, down here along this edge is where our inner fenders are going to install. So we'll be installing the inner fenders, the hood sides, and the hood. Before I can install the inner fenders, I've got to cut the shock mounts off that are on the car now. These are weld-on shock mounts for 33, and I can't use them. I have to cut my inner fenders to slide on top of these because they're welded to the car. Instead, I went ahead and purchased the bolt-on shock mounts from Pete and Jake's. They got them to me super fast. I've already checked them. They're a perfect fit. They line up with the holes perfectly on the frame, just like the inner fenders. So we'll be cutting these off, putting the inner fenders on, putting the bolt-on shock mounts on, and reinstalling the shocks, etc., etc. All that's like videos that are coming up, working on the front end of the car. We're probably going to take a visit down to my friend Donnie's body shop, Don Neely, down in Dayton, Ohio on Brown Street. I'm going to take the hood tops down to Donnie and see if Donnie wants to work on them to try to get them straightened out for me. If Donnie's too busy and he's got too much on his plate, then I'll bring him back home and I'll be shooting videos of me starting to do body work on the hood. So you guys will get to see that. When we go down to his shop, a friend of mine, Daryl's actually building Model A, and they're getting ready to weld the floors and stuff in. So hopefully when we go down there, we'll get to see some of that, and I can capture some of that and get it posted up for you too. I think Daryl bought a new gas tank. They've moved the gas tank, got it positioned where he needs it. They actually took the body and slid it back. I forgot how far, but they slid the body back. This Model A's got a 500 CI Cadillac motor in it. So there's no room up front, okay? No room. So Daryl is making the car his, so he's making minor adjustments and changing things around so there's room to work on it. He's got room inside the car, and it's being built the way he wants it built. So I'll try to get you some video of that. Subscriber count's going up. I appreciate it. We're getting likes. People are starting to watch. Thank you very much. I'll be honest with you. I honestly thought when I started this that it would fall flat on its face and fail. I was ready for it, and it's okay. Even if it still does, I'm okay with it. I do this because I love hot rods, and I love working on cars. This is where I come to see peace, and where I kind of clear my mind and my thoughts. And I know that might sound crazy to some of you, but this is where I'm at home. In the garage, some wrenches in my hand, getting dirty, learning new things about these old cars. So keep coming back. That's going to wrap the video up, and we'll see you next time.